G'day, it's Ryan the Lion from A Few Quiet Yarns, and beside me is Misti Landtroop from Palo Alto Networks, our newest sponsor. So, as usual, I'll ask you to introduce yourself so we can meet the person, and we'll talk about business later.
Cool. So I'm Misti Landtroop, as Ryan said, and I'm the country manager for Palo Alto Networks. And I'm also a very proud mother of a very energetic 13-year-old. And I've got a couple of dogs that we adopted about 3 years ago, so Bella and TJ, and I also have a cat, well, my daughter's cat, Freddie.
Now, if we're lucky, Chewbacca may actually make an entrance just behind us.
I was a little bit of a bad lockdown mother, and we haven't given Bella a trim in a while. So.
But honestly, looks like Chewbacca.
Yeah.
It's very cool. The other thing is, while you've got a Texas accent, you're actually a Kiwi.
Yes. My daughter and I moved here almost 11 years ago, so in late 2009, and we made the decision to become New Zealand citizens about 3 years ago. Very proud Kiwis.
Cool. Well, you're lucky that I hadn't met you at that stage, because I often play the joke on you Kiwis that when you do your singing of the anthem and your official ceremony, that you are also expected to do the haka as well. Escape that one.
My daughter probably 3 years ago, she would have been 10, so she probably would have been game for that actually.
Yeah.
Not at 13, she's too cool now. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So, on to question 2. What impact are you making?
Well, one thing that I'm really proud of, and it's not me, it's really the team. So Palo Alto Networks, about a year ago, so I'm just coming up on my 1-year anniversary, so in August.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I've got an amazing team. So for the first time, the Palo Alto Networks made a choice to invest in New Zealand. So in the past, everything was run out of Australia, which we all know how Kiwi companies love that when US multinationals do that. And we've been able to double the team. I just have a rock star team. There's only 7 of us, but in the past we only had we had a handful of folks here. And then one of our MVPs is actually Sir John Key, which is nice. So I always say he's our 8th team member.
Yeah, good influence to have Key on the team. Good number 8 to pack in the back of the scrum. So you've got 7 team members, and that's like double in size, I think you said.
Yeah, a little more than double. Yeah.
So you're getting out there.
Yeah, it's such a huge responsibility, and we were quite humbled during everything that's been happening with, I say in jest, the zombie apocalypse of the COVID pandemic.
It's another movie, just like the UFO thing.
Yeah, so we had some really inspiring stories. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Weta Digital is one of our customers, and I got this fantastic text from Kathy Grzis, the CIO, saying, you know, you're not going to believe this, but within 72 hours we had to force digital transformation happen because of COVID. So we took 1,500 of our crew, and they had to start working from home to continue to produce content and all the wonderful things that we get to do and achieve in New Zealand from the Weta Digital, obviously iconic brand. The peers of Weta Digital in LA and Vancouver and London, they didn't have that luxury. So we were actually having to take a lot of that work and the content to be able to do that. So we were quite proud from the Palo Alto Networks perspective that we could keep everything secure. So they care about breaches, but we also care about IP and leakage of the content and things. So that's such a good story.
So you were the person responsible for enabling our viewing time during COVID.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you, Kathy, on yours.
Kathy, yeah, Kathy's amazing.
And
her
of course, all the Weta crew, amazing. I always look at the number of things that now become real out of a movie. You know, like you think of drones, and years ago, someone who used to design helicopters said, "Oh, a 4-propeller helicopter will never work." Whereas now, a 4-propeller helicopter with a fancy thing around it looks like a classic UFO.
Yeah,
and moves like one.
That's true.
So it's not that far
We could
away.
get a whole other discussion around UFOs.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm teasing.
Are you a UFO hunter by chance?
No.
How far away is Area 51 from your home?
Yeah, I've got some colorful stories though of dinner parties back when I lived in Seattle. So anyway, that just made me chuckle a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Another time.
Another time.
Yeah.
Okay. So your AQI experience. What's your AQI experience? And I always say, don't have to say the polite answer because I'm sitting beside you. The honest answer is the best answer.
So the honest answer is I have signed up and paid for if you quiet yard events. However, every single time, Murphy's Law, then I've had to travel. So I've actually never been to one live. And I did go to one of the events during lockdown, which was brilliant. So, and we actually used some of your techniques with how you did the meeting rooms, and because we did lots of events during lockdown as well. So we I actually went back to my team at that. I'm like, oh, we need to do this and that. So it was hugely valuable. Thank you. So
the invoices in the mail.
Yeah, exactly.
So the last one, the big one. What is the coolest thing in tech according to you? Not the coolest thing on the internet, not necessarily a work thing, but something that you personally really enjoy about tech.
So this is a bit of a personal one for me personally. I have, and you and I talked about this before, but I have a really rare heart condition. And so it's quite important for me to be able to always know what's happening with my heart. And there, I don't have my Apple Watch on now, but my Apple Watch, then it has a lot of technology built in from a heart perspective. And then there's another app that goes into that as well called Cardia with a K out of the States. And so what's great about it is I have a wonderful cardiologist here in New Zealand, and if something is going a bit off with what's happening with, it's actually my coronary arteries more so than my heart, but obviously they kind of need each other, then I can record an ECG as I'm out, and I can automatically send it to my cardiologist. Whoa. And it's pretty mind-blowing, and it's also, it keeps all the records and everything, so I really enjoy that. I kind of enjoy it from being a bit of a geek, but I also enjoy it because it gives me that kind of extra sense of comfort, because there's no cure for what I have. I just have to continuously monitor it and manage it, and that just gives me a little bit of extra comfort. So that is so cool. Like, you know, like as mentioned, we've talked about it. My wife has a kidney condition, and we go and have the quarterly checkups, and they take bloods and do all these things at that point in time. But it hasn't. I don't think it has any idea what happens in between those points in time. It's Murphy's Law that you're perfectly fine for the test, but you can feel a bit off, or as I'd say from Dunedin, a bit shit house in between. I identify with that. And they never capture it. So what you can do is now say, on the day that I felt really bad, aka shit house, here it is on my ECG reading, proving it. Yeah. And then they go, oh wow, but we're now at the end, so we normally say ka kite ana, which is Māori for goodbye to everybody, but perhaps there's a big Texan goodbye. Goodbye y'all, goodbye y'all. Is that it? Oh gosh, I wasn't prepared for that. So I'd say in the beginning I would have said howdy, and we would say all y'all. You can say, I would never actually say this, but you can say, y'all come back now, you hear? Oh. Y'all come back now, you hear? We need a cowboy hat though. Oh yeah, that reminds me of, we used to watch it on the mornings, the Clampets. Oh yeah, Beverly Hills. I'm just trying to think of how it starts. I know the whole song, but I can't really start. Poor man boy better kept his family fair. Now one day when his suit was improved, up through the ground come a bubbling crude. Texas tea, black gold, oil that is. We need the iconic Dallas. I'm sure everyone's seen that. Oh yes. Yeah. Dallas. So my little sister, actually, fun fact, used to. She's a horse trainer, and she used to teach out at South Fork Ranch. Oh really? Yeah. Because this is JR. Yep. JR Ewing. He was a bad character. The baddie. Yeah. Yeah. I was knee high to a grasshopper when my mama used to watch that. I can't remember much myself, but yeah, I know there's Forrest Gump coming out. But okay, so let's get everyone back to work. Let's get you back to work because you have an important call after this. It's probably 3 o'clock. But we will see you July 30th for the first AFQY in person after lockdown, as long as it's still safe to be, and positive thinking it will be. Look forward to seeing everybody. Cool. See you. Thank you so much. Thank you.